Welcome to The Terrible Take, a daily segment telling Steeler Nation what's on our minds. I'm Melanie Friedlander. As the Steelers rookie minicamp comes to a close today, Pittsburgh coaches will have had a chance to work with 51 players, including 28 undrafted rookie free agents who were invited for tryouts. It's too soon to know if any of them will have a chance to take part in training camp in a couple of months, but history tells us that one or two of these players could make the final roster, such as Duck Hodges and Henry Mondeau did in the past. Still, others could land on the practice squad. Another unknown at this time is how many practice squad positions will be available once roster cutdowns begin. On March 3rd, the NFL announced the end of all COVID protocols, including player testing and tracking and mask requirements. Coming 2 days into the annual NFL scouting combine, you may have missed it, and there wasn't a lot of fanfare. It was just the league's way of saying they were back to business as usual. More than 2 months later, there has still been no word on how this will impact other COVID-related changes, such as practice squad rules. Prior to the pandemic, the CBA allowed an increase in the number of practice squad players from 8 to 10, with additional increases to 12 players in 2020 and 2021, and to 14 starting in 2022. Back in 2020, however, when the world fell apart, the NFL and the NFLPA agreed to multiple adjustments to account for COVID-related roster challenges, allowing for a 16-man practice squad roster, including 6 veterans with more than 2 accrued seasons. Other modifications allowed teams to protect 4 practice squad players each week from being signed by another team, and 2 players could be activated to the game day roster without having to pass through waivers prior to returning to the practice squad. In addition, a team could promote 1 additional practice squad player within 90 minutes before kickoff in the event of a late COVID-19 positive test result. There were other changes that impacted the entire team. Game day rosters were increased to 47 or 48 as long as they had 8 active offensive linemen. There were unlimited players permitted to return from injured reserve, and the minimum time to return was reduced from 6 games to 3. I, for one, would like to see these rules become permanent through 2022 and beyond. These changes were all positive, giving teams a better chance to remain competitive in the face of injury and illness. Isn't the goal to put the best team on the field each week? And doesn't that result in a better product? I can't see how the league gains anything by reinstating a limit of 3 players per team allowed to return from injured reserve during the season. And why not allow more veteran players to participate on practice squads with a chance to earn playing time? The bottom line for me is that giving more players more opportunities enhances the NFL, and it makes no sense to go backwards. We probably won't have any clarification until we get closer to training camp, so for now we just have to wait. I hope that the owners and the NFLPA will agree to move forward with the adjusted rules permanently. Thanks for listening. You can follow me on Twitter @GirlSurgeon. You can check out The Terrible Take every day at 5 p.m. You can follow us on SteelersDepot.com and check out The Terrible Podcast with Dave Bryan and Alex Kazora every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.